these are intangibles that, but they are
Yeah.
real. The invisible things are what controls what's visible, right?
Yes. And yeah, I agree. And the thing is we have that blind faith, but it becomes tangible as we exercise it. We see that
Yes,
God's not a liar. We see that he's a God of his word and that he is
right,
trustworthy. And we see that our lives are actually changing. And why? Because the faith we had in his word. So then the word starts to transform us from the inside out. So it's amazing. Our faith becomes tangible and we can share with others our testimony and say, look, God's real.
right,
He will show
right,
himself to those who seek him.
right. And he does, and that he does. And it's like, and it's funny because no matter how much of him you see, and no matter how much he reveals of himself to you, you get to this point where it's sort of like, it's like you don't know what to do. It's like, think about the transfiguration for a minute, right? So you have Christ on this mountain, the Mount of Transfiguration.
Yes.
And then appearing with him is Moses and Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter says, Lord, should I make a tabernacle for one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah? And then it says that suddenly Moses and Elijah disappeared, and God spoke from heaven. The Father spoke from heaven and says to the apostles, "This is my beloved Son. Hear ye him." And then they became fearful and afraid. And then it wasn't until Christ laid his hands on them where they were lifted up and they had this confidence renewed.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
what Christ was telling them is that the law and the prophets, Moses and Elijah, they are not on equal footing with me. They spoke of me. They spoke of me. They pointed toward me. But now I am here. The substance of which they are shadows. I'm here with you. So now you have no more need of those things in order to give you comfort that you are reconciled to the Father, my Father. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Christ is our all in all.
All in all.
He is our all in all. He is our comforter. Just real quick on the topic of the transfiguration.
Sure.
Uh, my dad gave me a table Bible. It's about 5 inches, 6 inches thick. It's a big Bible and it's old. It's over 100 years old, but it's in mint condition. And I looked
Right.
up the transfiguration in Matthew 17, verse 5. And
Yep.
it said when they come down off that mountain that Jesus charged them, tell no man this vision. And so in this
Right.
old Bible, it was called a vision. And I thought, okay,
Right.
was that not a real event? Was it just a
Uh-huh.
vision? So that
Hmm.
was an old Bible too. So it got
Right.
me thinking.
Right. Well, I definitely believe that that I mean, let's talk about a vision for a second, because I definitely believe they received a vision. I believe that Jesus was there with them. That's no doubt about that. He was there.
Yes, yes,
He was definitely
yes,
there.
yep.
Now I believe that the vision was revealed to them of Moses and Elijah because they had already passed on. You know,
Hmm.
Elijah, in fact, was taken to be to heaven and whatever. But then you also look at other aspects like a vision, like for instance, what John saw in the book of Revelation. The revelation is a vision, but the vision is true. You know, the vision
Oh,
is true.
right, right.
You know, so
So
the go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So something that's truly going to take place. The vision that he was given on the
Right,
island of Patmos, all those things
right.
will transpire. And with God, he's outside of time. So there's no time for those things to transpire. They're just going to happen.
That's right. I agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah, totally agree with that. And I think that sometimes we get too, see, like this in this modern age, it seems like the minutia is what's disrupting so much people in terms of clarity, in terms of understanding certain things. Because but one of the things that we lost in these modern times is somehow people think it is a badge of honor to know nothing, to not have any sense of depth when it comes to the Word of God. You don't need to use your brain anymore. Just rely on these feelings and these emotions and
Oh,
this sort of and this
oh,
euphoria,
yeah. Yeah.
right?
And we
Yeah.
know what God says about that. My people are destroyed for what?
For
Lack of
did you hear me?
knowledge. Yeah, lack of
Can you
knowledge.
hear me? Yeah, lack of
Yeah.
knowledge. That's right. For lack of knowledge. And then you hear Jesus even says to study, right?
Well, you actually were
Can you hear me
froze up
okay?
for a minute. Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you guys in the comments hear me? Can you hear me in the comments? Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him. The Bible provocateur. This man is very knowledgeable. I've seen a few of his, been on a few of his lives, and I really do like where he comes from and what he has to say. Um, but I just want to say bless all you guys. I'm probably going to join this live again when he gets back. So have a good day.